Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we're going to be going over Tallison Teixeira versus Derrick Lewis Fight Night card, and I'm honestly super excited for this. I think they got some sleeper fights on here, such as Chidi and Njokuani versus Jake Matthews. This card is going to be amazing, and honestly, to have a main event that's guaranteed to be a knockout, it's probably the first one this whole year. Tallison Teixeira has 8 fights, eight finishes in only one round in each of those fights. And then Derrick Lewis, we all know Derrick Lewis, bro. That guy's a tank. That guy KO'd Volkov, KO'd Curtis Blades. That guy's just a demon, bro. And I'm honestly excited for this card. I'm going to be going through fight by fight, starting with the prelims, giving you my predictions, and let's go through one by one. Starting with God damn it, bro. Some of these fighters, I can't even act or fake it like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I don't know these fucking hoes. I don't know Fatima Klein versus Melissa Martinez. I just can't lie. When it comes to some of these prelim warriors, I'm a casual. I'm sorry, hate me, don't watch me. I'm just being honest. I'm not gonna fake it like do some research and go through their recent bouts, because I don't care. I just can't be asked. Let me look at these hoes' stats. Let's see what they got cooking. Fatima Klein is the favorite, a hefty favorite, minus 1,200. For that reason alone, I'm leaning her. She looks much bigger. She's 5'6", 5'2". I think she's a grappler, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she is a grappler. She averages around 2 takedowns per fight. I would lean her for the simple fact she's much bigger, and it looks as if she is a grappler, which to me is always an advantage over being a striker. So let's say Fatima is going to win. I don't care who the fuck wins, okay? I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. Next fight, a lightweight bout between Mitch Ramirez and Mike Davis. I've seen Mike Davis fight once before on a prelim fight. Yeah, against Ziem, and he lost to Ziem. That was the only fight I think I've ever seen by that guy. And, he fought the guy Terrence McKinney fought. He beat the guy Terrence McKinney beat, so that's, I guess, good. I don't know what to think about this dude. I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea. First, Ziem is actually really good. I don't know what's up with him. I don't know why he hasn't been match made much. Definitely an underrated fighter. Oh, shit. Mike Davis is a huge favorite, minus 1,000. Fuck, bro. The matchmaking must be terrible this time, bro. Why are they having minus 1,000 fights? There's no pick'ems? Like, that's way too spread odds for me. Okay, I'm going to lean Mike Davis. He's fought way better competition. This Mitch Ramirez guy fought Thiago Moises only in the UFC and lost. Mike Davis has fought way better competition. Roughly the same build. Grappling-wise, I don't think either are grapplers. Yeah, the other guy, fucking Mitch Ramirez, maybe gets a takedown a fight. So this is going to be a striking match. I'm going to go Mike Davis. Next fight. This is a fight I actually am kind of excited about, because this is guaranteed to be a knockout. Put the house down, this isn't going the distance. Because we got a Walker brother. They're just the kings of getting knocked the fuck out. You guys know who Johnny Walker is? Jesus Christ, bro. Jesus Christ. That guy, I feel for him, bro. And now he's fighting Zhang Min Yang. Like, bro, Zhang Min Yang has 12 straight fights, first round KOs. You think Johnny Walker is surviving? Bro, he had a 16-year-old KO him in sparring and boxing. Bro, Johnny Walker, these Walker brothers have no chins. I'm sorry. And Kennedy Njoku, I'm saying his name fucked because, bro, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce certain Nigerian names. But I think he's going to win. He fought Carlos Ulberg back in the day, and he beat Carlos Ulberg, which I think a lot of people forgot. I better not just be talking out of my ass and saying that. Let me check. But I'm almost positive he beat Carlos Ulberg, had some momentum and then lost. Let me see. Oh, shit, where is it? Okay, yeah, he beat Carlos Ulberg, so I know a little about this sport. Fuck you. He beat Carlos Ulberg. He beat the Marquez guy with a nasty KO in the second round. No, in the third. Then he got KO'd in the first. Went on a couple wins and losses streak. He went on a 3-fight win streak, and then he loses to Dustin Jacoby. And right now he's on a 2-fight win streak against that fat-ass Barnett. But I don't know how that guy is... It makes sense he's a heavyweight now because, bro... Njoku, whatever his name, would never fight Barnett as a light heavyweight. Barnett's never going to make anything under 230. That guy's huge. And he's coming off back-to-back KOs. You know, I'm definitely thinking he's going to KO the Walker brother just because, yeah, he's a favorite too. At least these odds aren't crazy, bro, because some of these odds have been terrible. Walker's on a 2-fight win streak, both submissions. Maybe he's more of a submission artist than his brother because Johnny Walker, you know, doesn't really get many subs. All he does is get knocked the fuck out. I'm going to go Kennedy. I hate that I'm picking so many favorites, but I'm just leaning the favorites, like all these fights. Next fight is Lauren Murphy versus Eduarda Moura. They roughly got the same build. Grappling-wise, Moura is a grappler. She averages about four a match. She is Brazilian too. Lauren Murphy's just clapped, bro. She's so chopped. Like, bro, if you would hit, something's wrong with you. And I know this is a sport. We're talking about sports, and I'm looking at this bitch for her facial features and her body and thinking clapped. But yeah, she's chopped, bro. She's chopped. I'm sorry, Lauren. You might be a lovely lady. What am I talking about? Let me lock in. Lauren Murphy, she's definitely fought better competition. Let me go through. She's coming off a loss against Andrade, lost to Valentina, got KO'd by Valentina. Bro, it's not looking good. Her win-loss record it's rough. Who is she beating really good? Caitlin Sermonera, that's a decent win. She's like a decision warrior over here. I don't see any KOs by her. Yeah, like all her wins are decisions. She's basically the girl Mavzar, but just not good. And, like, really chopped. Let me see. She got a submission win over Shakirova, who looks like a dude, bro. Are you seeing that? Let me zoom in on that shit. Looks like a dude, bro. But then again, she kind of... Okay, let me stop hating. Let me just be chill. Lauren Murphy has had a rough go thus far. And she's... If I'm not incorrect at the latter end of her career, does it say her age on here? I'd imagine she's got to be over 35. She looks like it. I got to stop hating. Let me stop. Okay, Eduarda Moura. Let's see who she's fought. Okay, she's had 3 fights in the UFC. Lost to Gomez, beat Ruiz, and beat Macero, who I don't know any of these hoes. This one's going the distance. I could just tell. I'll put any money this goes the distance. This is not going to be a finish unless Eduarda gets a submission win. She's a heavy favorite at minus 625. I got to pick the favorite at minus 625. I got to pick Eduarda. I'm leaning her. All these fights leading up to this point aren't that exciting. I'd say the Kennedy versus Walker fight's going to be exciting just because it's not going to go the distance. Mike Davis could be a scrap. The Fatima fight's going to be grappling. The Lauren Murphy fight, come on. And then this next fight is going to be fireworks. I think this should be a main card fight. I honestly think Chidi Njokuani is one of the most slept-on fighters in that welterweight division. I think he's going to beat Jake Matthews. They roughly got the same build. Anybody who's seen Chidi Njokuani, and I'm not even going to check his fucking resume. I know he fought G-Rod. I remember seeing that fight. And he loses, gets KO'd to G-Rod, but he honestly had that fight. He could have won that fight. I feel like he got too comfortable, started going in too much, and then tired out by the second, and then lost to G-Rod. And he's a really good fighter, bro. He's definitely slept on. Let me go through his shit now. He beat McKee. He's on a 3-fight win streak right now. He lost to Ola whatever, Jakku, one of the fighting nerds. One of the fighting nerds' son, because there's 4 fighting nerds, and then there's like their kids, and he's one of the kids. Ola Sied Jakku. I fucked that. But yeah, he got KO'd by him. He did have a split decision against Duraev. I think it's Duraev. Yeah, he's a really good fighter, bro. He beat Baryu. Um, I'm leaning Chidi and Jokoani. I know Jake Matthews has fought tough competition in Sean Brady and lost. I think he went. Let me check, but I'm pretty sure he went to a decision with Michael Morales. He's fought tough guys in that welterweight division. He's definitely a good fighter, but I think there's something about Chidi and Jokoani where he's so quick and rangy. His kicks are dirty. His knees up the middle are gross. We saw the knee he landed on G-Rod early, almost dropped him. I actually like Chidi and Jokoani, so I'm definitely leaning him. Matthews coming off 2 wins against Phil Rowe and then Prado. And Phil Rowe's pretty good. We saw his last fight where he won. Yeah, he fought Michael Morales, and losing to him isn't going to a decision with Michael Morales, that's like actually a good thing, which is shocking. Like, people are like, you lost, but Michael Morales is a demon, bro. I think he kills Leon Edwards. And yeah, they're saying that's going to be the next matchup for Michael Morales versus Leon. I think that's going to be an amazing matchup, to be real. But yeah, for this fight, I'm going to go Chidi and Jokoani. It's going to be a fire fight. I think this is going to be the sleeper fight of the night, 100%. I think it should be on the main card. But regardless, I'm going Chidi. He's a favorite. I picked, I think, all favorites thus far, which I usually don't do. But yeah, I don't know. The matchmakers, the odds makers, they're really just, I don't know, not giving me much to work with fucking underdogs. Okay, next fight. We got another welterweight bout between Max Griffin and Chris Curtis. These are both older guys. I don't know. Chris Curtis, he just lost to Roman Kopylov. We all saw that. Chris Curtis showed he had a chin, bro. Lasted the whole fight, gets dropped with like 5 seconds left. I think they counted it as a KO loss, but honestly, like, he wasn't KO'd. Like, you don't need to make the guy get a KO loss on his record, because that wasn't a proper KO loss. Yep, he had the split decision against Brendan Allen. Yep, he could not continue against Nasruddin Imavov. Lost to Kevin Gastelum. Beat Joaquin Buckley by KO. I totally forgot about that. Lost to Hermanson. Bro, he's really fought good competition. Brendan Allen again. Beat Phil Hawes back in the day. Chris Curtis, was a promising prospect, like, way back when. But, yeah, nowadays he probably only has a handful of fights left. As for Max Griffin, let's go through his resume. I think I'm leaning Chris Curtis automatically just because of the level of competition he's fought. And, yeah, bro, Max Griffin just lost to fucking Michael Chiesa, which is never a good thing. Chiesa's fucking washed. But he is a good submission artist. Lost to Michael Morales. Lost to Neil Magny. The guys he's beating are no names. Jeremiah Wells. Like, bro, like, I'm definitely leaning Chris Curtis. Fuck leading. I'm going with Chris Curtis, minus 325. I definitely see him winning that. I don't see a reality where Max Griffin beats Chris Curtis. But yeah, I don't even know what this does for either of these guys. I don't think it puts them in a position to fight a top 15 fighter. It's kind of like I don't even know, like a boring fight. Like, I think the Jake Matthews, Chidi and Jokoani is going to be way more fireworks. And those are both welterweights. So maybe the winner of each of these fights fight each other. That could be potentially what happens. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, the prelims aren't too terrible. But let's get into the main card. Starting with Junior Tafa versus Tuco Tokos. I probably botched that. I don't fucking know. Bro, I saw some shit about Junior Tafa losing all this weight. I think it's his first light heavyweight bout. I think he was fighting heavyweight before this. Yeah, man, the Tafa brothers have not, had a successful UFC career for either of them. They're not bad by any means. They're always entertaining, but yeah, like, he lost to the Walker guy that I think is going to lose. Coming off a win against Sharaf. Yeah, Junior Tafa, and then Tuco Toko. Oh, I don't fucking know your name, bro. Tuco Tokos. Oh, yeah, he lost to Sterling, Navajo Sterling. And Navajo's actually pretty good. feel like he gasped way too early in that fight. Should have won way better than he did, but he still won. Yeah, this Tokos guy's 0-2 in the UFC, so definitely a lot on the line for him. I just want to go for an underdog, bro. And I'm looking at the rest of the fights pan out, and I don't see any other underdog I might feel confident in. So, fuck it. I'm going to go Tuco Tokos. 0-2 in the UFC. Let's go 1-2. Let's see you beat a Tafa, brother. But at the same time, I saw this crazy weight transformation by Junior Tafa to where he looks locked in. So, I might be an idiot for saying this, but let's go Tuco Tokos. Nah, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm backtracking. I'm going Junior Tafa. Junior Tafa's going to win. I'm sorry, Tuco Tokos. You're going 0-3. Yeah. I'm just not confident, bro. And I want to have a full 10 for 10 card, bro, or 12 for 12, or however many fights there are. I want to have a fight night or a pay-per-view where I get every single fucking fight correct. And I hope it's this one. It probably isn't. But yeah, let's keep going. Getting into the next fight, it's a heavyweight bout between Vitor Petrino versus Austin Lane. And yeah, I think Vitor is much bigger, right? I'm dead wrong, bro. This guy Austin Lane is huge. He's 6'6". The weight difference is crazy. I can't imagine that's accurate. 250 to 205. Austin Lane's a fucking mammoth of a human. Jesus Christ. Let's go through his fighting history. What's the best competition he's fought? He lost to Tafa. That's not promising right there. He's coming off a loss against Pinto. He got KO'd in the second. At least a lot of these fights are KOs. You know, this could be an exciting fight. As for Vitor lost to Dustin Jacoby. I actually saw that fight. He lost to Lionheart, and he beat Pedro. I really don't know what to pick here. If you lost to Tafa, I'm going against you because you must be dick. No offense. Kind of offense. I'm going Vitor, another favorite. I picked all favorites thus far. I feel like a fucking casual. But yeah, I'm going Vitor, even though Austin Lane is built like a goddamn fucking a unit. Jesus Christ, 6'6", 250. All right, next fight. Nate Lauder versus Nate Landwehr. Bro, I'm botching these names. I know it. Nate Landwehr versus Morgan Chariri. I might have said that right. And that's a might have. So I probably didn't. Yeah, these are closer odds. Morgan is a minus 270 favorite. They both got shitty records, same builds. Nate's got a little bit more of a reach. Grappling-wise, Morgan's more of a grappler, averaging 2 takedowns a fight. Let me go through these guys' resumes. Morgan is coming off a loss against Wood. He's 1-2 in the UFC, which crazy. This is on a main card instead of Chidi and Njokuani versus fucking Jake Matthews. But okay. Next we got this Landwehr guy who fought Dan Ige, took him to a decision, which is pretty impressive, bro. Dan Ige hits like a tank. Yeah, he's 1-2 in the UFC also. Bro, what the fuck? These guys, goddamn. So this is really a pick'ems because I don't know shit about these guys. I'm going to go with the guy who's an underdog, Nate, just because he went to a decision when Dan Ige, when I think Dan Ige is the hardest hitting featherweight in the division. So props to you for even getting to a decision with him. I'm going to go Nate. Next fight, we actually got a fight I'm kind of excited for. New school versus old school. Calvin Kattar, who's on a 4-fight losing streak, but to good competition, I don't even need to check. Arnold Allen, Aljamain Sterling, and Josh Emmett, and I think Zalal. As for Steve Garcia, bro, he's just a KO artist. Like, he's really good. He's fucking power, man. And I don't think Calvin Kattar is going to be able to stand with him. I think he loses his fight. I think Steve Garcia as a favorite wins. I'm shocked the odds are not more split. And And this is a huge opportunity for Steve Garcia to make his way into the top 15. Way back when, I'm pretty sure Steve Garcia beat the Gooner legend Chase Hooper. Steve Garcia overall is a good fighter. Build-wise, let me see these guys' builds. Steve Garcia is an inch on height and 3 inches more on reach. Grappling-wise, both aren't grapplers. Steve Garcia averages maybe a takedown a match. This is going to be a striking fight. I definitely see Steve Garcia getting it done. That's the way I kind of look at this fight. As for this, why the fuck is you guys seeing this? Why does it look like this? Okay, this is when I lock in and act like I know what I'm talking about because I can't look at the stats. We got Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Gabriel Bonfim. And this is another new school versus old school. And I got to go Bonfim. I know he's a submission artist, amazing on the floor. I think he'll ragdoll Stephen Thompson. As for Stephen Thompson, bro, he's one of the oldest guys on the whole roster, 42 years old. He's 1-4 in his last 5. Losing to the best, but still at the end of the day, he's losing. It's not like he gets subbed a lot. He's fought some good submission artists and haven't gotten subbed. But then again, he fought Shavkat and then got subbed. And I just think Gabriel Bonfim, his pressure is going to be too much. But then again, Stephen Thompson has a way of keeping distance and range through his kicks that is just really good. And I'm curious at 42 how he looks, if he really is still, a threat or like a prospect in that division. This will be a great test. It'll be a great test for Bonfim too, because he can move up to top 15. I think Thompson is 12th seed, something like that. So huge opportunity for Bonfim. I gotta go Bonfim. I can't even see the odds. I don't know who the favorite is. I'd imagine it's Bonfim, but I think Bonfim gets it done, and I think Wonderboy said he has 2 fights left on his contract. If he loses this, maybe he'll reconsider fulfilling his contract, but I doubt it. He seems like a good-ass dude who likes to do well and keep his word. So, I could imagine him fighting again after this, even if he loses. I got to go Bonfim. Okay, getting into the main event, which is actually not retarded on my screen. You can actually see it. Derrick Lewis versus Tallison Teixeira. I'm super excited for this. I don't even need to check their resumes. I know these guys. I know Tallison only's had 1 fight in the UFC, 1 fight in the Dana White Contender Series, both KOs, both first round. The guy's built like a tank. He's 6'7", he's big, very fast for that division. He's a good fighter, bro. And he punches like a tank. And then we know Derrick Lewis. Nobody punches harder than that guy, bro. This is a great matchup. I'm actually super hyped. This is a main event. Guaranteed not to go the distance. I would put the fucking house down. It does not go the distance. But then again, you're probably not going to make much money back because it's probably a favorite that this doesn't go the distance. Grappling-wise, I don't even need to check. Look, these guys don't average a takedown ever. This is going to be a striking masterclass. Not like masterclass with skill like Ilia Topuria. This is just like haymakers. These guys are throwing fucking haymakers. These guys are throwing nukes. These guys are throwing bombs, and I'm totally here for it. I think it's going to be super entertaining. Derrick Lewis has had like a year layoff, came back. I saw in an interview he called out Tom Aspinall. I see a reality where he gets a title fight. I think this will keep him at like top 10, gets another fight, gets another KO, because all his wins are going to be KOs. He fights a guy in the top 5, give him Almeida, give him somebody good, and if he KOs him too, there could be an argument since that division's so dead and stagnant and that Tom Aspinall has already run through most of the division, that Derrick Lewis is next up. He's only a fight or 2 away. But Tallison Teixeira is no joke, and if Tallison gets this done with another first-round KO, he might be the only guy who's our saving grace in the heavyweight division who could give Tom Aspinall a run for his money, besides John Jones, but that's a whole different topic. I'm super excited for this matchup. I don't know which way to lean. Who's the favorite? Tallison's a favorite, understandably. I want to say Derrick Lewis just because I want to see him on the mic talking shit because the guy's fucking hilarious. But part of me is saying Tallison's going to win. Fuck it, I'm going Derrick Lewis. I like Derrick Lewis. I want Derrick Lewis to win. So let's go Derrick Lewis. I hope he wins. I hope this puts him in a position to get a top 5 fight and then eventually fight for the belt. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the whole card. Overall, I'm going Derrick Lewis, Gabriel Bonfim, Steve Garcia, Nate as an underdog. That's my only underdog pick. Derrick Lewis is an underdog pick. Vitor, I'm going Junior Tafa. I'm going Chris Curtis, Chidi Njokuani. I'm going Eduardo Moura, Kennedy, Mike Davis, and Fatima Klein, who's the biggest favorite on this card. Overall, it's not a bad card. I think it definitely will deliver. There's some good prelim fights on there. The last 3 fights of the main card are fucking fireworks. I think overall it's going to be a good watch. I've been deciding what I'm going to do next as for video-wise. I've been inactive for a week because after Vegas, I was out of town. I was out west, and I hadn't been here. No excuse. I could have made a video, but I didn't. But I try to stay active on TikTok. I post like twice a day on there, just random topics, talking about UFC. But let me know what type of video you guys want to see next. I saw Lucas Tracy. He made a video of his top 50 of all time UFC fighters, and I was watching it and I didn't agree at all with that list. So maybe I could do something like that, longer form. I don't know if you guys want longer form, shorter form content. But overall, just let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about my picks. If this is finally the perfect card that I've been seeking. I don't know if I went 12 for 12 or I went fucking 6 for 12. But I'm pretty confident with my picks, with the exception of Derrick Lewis. But you can never count that guy out. You know, if I'm going 11 for 11 and then Derrick Lewis is the last fight, you know, I'm going to be at the edge of my fucking seat. But either way, I'm going to be at the edge of my seat because that's an amazing matchup. I'm super excited for it. I think it's a good card. Next week, we got UFC 318, Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway. I'll definitely do a breakdown video on that. But yeah, overall, I'm kind of excited for this card, like I said. And yeah, thank you for watching my picks and my video. And let me know what you guys want to see next. And thank you.